When you hear Dijon or Burgundy, I bet your first thoughts are of mustard or wine, maybe Boeuf Bourguignon, something food related, right? Here in Dijon, the capital of Burgundy, where I live, there absolutely is a strong culinary heritage. In fact, this region produces a wide variety of delicious food, not just mustard and wine. If you're ever here in Dijon on a market day, you should definitely go check out the market downtown. There's an amazing ambiance and delicious high quality products. But as a busy working mom, unfortunately, it's just not practical for me to go to the market during the week. Luckily, I've found a way that's incredibly convenient to buy food direct from local producers that's pretty innovative, and I wanted to tell you about it today. In this video, I'll show you how this alternative system for buying local food works. I'll take you with me to pick up my most recent order, and I'll show you everything that I bought. I'm Susie, I'm American, and I've been living in Dijon, the capital of Burgundy, for over 15 years now. On this channel, I talk about personal finance and life in France. This alternative food distribution system that I want to tell you about today is a locally run website called the Drive Fermier. So Drive is drive in English, and it's the word that the French use for drive-through. And drive-thrus are actually quite popular in France, notably for fast food and also for supermarkets. So the Drive Fermier is the farm drive-through. So it's a website that's mixing the modern convenience of ordering online and driving through and being able to pick up the things that you order quickly with access to locally grown and locally produced food. If you saw my other video about our family's monthly budget, you know that we spend on average about 750 euros a month on food, which is a very significant budget, I think. But that's in large part because I kind of refuse to scrimp and save on food. Buying high quality local food is very important to me for many reasons. I really try to support the local economy as much as I can. While not everything we buy is grown or made locally, another great aspect of the Drive Fermier is that it's allowed me to just realize how many things actually are made and grown here in our region. And the Drive Fermier makes them so accessible to us. The producers deliver them to the distribution center, and then city dwellers like me just have to get to the distribution center on the outskirts of town to pick up our orders, thereby bypassing the middleman, which should allow the local producer to earn more, and theoretically means that more money stays here in the local economy. Plus, I am always trying to find ways to reduce my carbon footprint and consume more responsibly. For example, I commute by e-bike, I buy some goods in bulk to try to reduce packaging, and I buy clothes that are made in France and secondhand, all of which I discuss in depth in other videos on my channel. Obviously, what you eat is important when we're talking about environmental impact, arguably more so than the distance your food has traveled, but even a modest reduction in greenhouse gas emissions is helpful. We did experiment at one point by joining a CSA, and while it was an excellent experience overall, and we were really happy that we could support a local farmer, it just didn't work with our lifestyle really. Sometimes we weren't available for the pickup. Sometimes we had just too many vegetables. We didn't know what to do with them, so we would share them with people, which wasn't a problem. But then, sometimes we'd be traveling in the summer and we'd have to find an alternative solution and have a friend go pick up the vegetables. It was just a lot to manage. So the beauty of the Drive Fermier is that we are free on a week-to-week basis to decide what we want and how much we want, depending on our availability and on our needs for that week. It's just more flexible and therefore more adapted to our lifestyle. And in terms of price, some things are more expensive on the Drive Fermier compared to equivalent products sold elsewhere, but some things are not. For example, I bought this organic white quinoa on the Drive Fermier. I paid 6 euros for 500 grams, whereas I found 500 grams of organic quinoa online for 5 euros and 28 cents. On Coro, a bulk food delivery website that I use for some things, it's even cheaper. Granted, you'll need to buy and store 2 kilos, but 500 grams costs 4 euros and 75 cents. But wait, these organic green lentils were cheaper on the Drive Fermier than what I found online. I paid 4 euros and 75 cents for them on the Drive Fermier for 1 kilo, whereas I found them online for 5 euros and 30 cents. Here I am on the local Drive Fermier website. Today is Tuesday. Orders must be placed by midnight on Wednesday, and pickup is from 12:30 to 7 p.m. on Fridays at the local distribution center, which is just on the outskirts of town. And on Friday, when I go to pick up my order, I'll take you with me. Let's start with fruit. I'm going to get some of these strawberries. So I just order them and they go directly into my basket here. And I'm also going to get some of these walnuts. I am almost finished with the kilo of walnuts that I bought from Coro recently that I did another video about. And I paid 12 euros per kilo for those. These are a bit more expensive at 17 euros and 60 cents per kilo. So that's a significant difference, but because I know that I'm supporting a local farmer, I'm happy to pay a little bit more occasionally. Next, we'll move on to veggies, and it's August in Burgundy, which is a particularly bountiful time of year. Just look at all of these beautiful veggies. I want to buy some of everything. I'll try to be reasonable though. I think I'm going to get some organic eggplants, and I'm going to get some of this organic rainbow chard, some of these organic zucchini, of the organic onions as well, 2 kilos. Oh, and fennel. I can never resist when I see fennel. And I want some of this parsley as well. I've got to get some tomatoes too. Look at these incredible heirloom tomatoes. I'm going to get these too. Often what I'll do is I'll just let myself buy the veggies that look particularly appetizing or exciting here on the Drive Fermier, and then I will base my meal planning around what is available and what's in season and what I've bought on the Drive Fermier for the following week. I just finished my black lentils today, so I need to stock up on those. So I'll add those to my cart as well. Like many people, we have cut down on our meat consumption for all of the classic reasons, but occasionally we do buy meat, and when we do, oftentimes we buy it from the Drive Fermier. They have a nice selection of local meat products, and they also have poultry and eggs, and I often buy the eggs from the Drive Fermier. I just don't need any today, so I'm not going to buy any on this outing. The only other thing I'm going to buy today is from the savory aisle here, and I'm going to scroll down past all of these delicious looking sauces and flours, which I have also bought in the past as well, down to the pasta here. And you can see there's a nice selection of locally made pasta, so I'm going to buy one small bag of local organic pasta as well. The website itself is actually a really rich resource in terms of information. So you have more information about the products, of course, but also about the producers and their farms. So for example, these are the people who produce the pasta, and this is more information about their farm. If you click on it, you can read the description. So for example, these people, they grow all of the cereals on their land, including wheat, einkorn, spelt, buckwheat, and then they transform them into flour themselves, and then they transform the einkorn and the spelt and the wheat into pasta as well, which I think is really cool because it gives you a chance to learn more about the production and the producers themselves. I won't tour you around the entire website, but I'll leave a link in the description below. So if you want to, you can check out our Drive Fermier and learn more about the products and the producers as well. I think if you were really determined, you could buy most of the food that you would need to sustain yourself right here on the Drive Fermier. In any case, this is my cart for the week. So it comes to a total of 45 euros and 95 cents. And I'm going to go ahead and place the order. So it's Friday, the big day. We're going to ride over to the distribution center and pick up our order. It's basically in the middle of a parking lot in a commercial zone on the outskirts of the city, in a place that's relatively convenient for us and for many people, even though this zone is not very picturesque like the historic downtown of Dijon. Notably, the pickup location is near a big supermarket that also has a popular drive-through pickup service too. As the name Drive suggests, I think this whole setup is more meant for cars than bikes, but we're going to pick up our order by bike. Here I am going in to pick up my order. It's more of a drive up than a drive through. Now I've got my order and we head back home. Okay, now that we have everything home, we can take a look. First, we have the rainbow chard, which the woman at the distribution center told me to put in water. So that's what I did. Next, we have the parsley, strawberries. I thought there was just going to be one bulb of fennel, but there are 3. Next we have eggplant, 4 eggplants. I'm already thinking maybe grilled eggplant this weekend. Next we have the walnuts, zucchini, or courgette. Black lentils. A big favorite around here. Oh my goodness, the tomatoes. Tomato and basil salad, anyone? Next, our 2 kilos of organic onions. And finally, the local organic pasta. And now we know a little bit more about the producers and who made this pasta. So cool. This system of Drive Fermier does exist in other parts of France, although I'm not sure how widespread it is. And there are other systems that are similar but slightly different that exist here in Dijon, but also all around France as well. Using the Drive Fermier or any other system that makes it easy for consumers to buy direct from the producer just seems logical and important to me. However, I don't know anyone else in Dijon that uses the Drive Fermier, and I don't know if that's because they don't know about it or if it's because they just find that it's not adapted to their lifestyle for whatever reason. And what about you? Do you have access to a system like this that allows you to buy fresh food direct from the producer? If so, have you tried it? How does it work? And what do you think about this system? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to learn more about my life in France, check out these other videos. Until next time, bon appétit!